Okay, so we are officially recording. Thank you everyone for joining the monthly LTPT meeting for September. This will probably be a pretty short meeting. We don't have too much of an update. But just a reminder, these meetings are recorded. Hopefully when we're done with this one, I can try and get it up on the Florida Commerce YouTube page as soon as possible. I know last month still isn't up yet either, just because the comms person that I usually work with left to go to another position. So I'm still trying to figure out who will be that comms person to upload these videos. But hopefully I can get that figured out and get August and September up as soon as possible. So I will go ahead and scroll down on the agenda, and we will have a Broadband Summit recap. So last week was our second annual Broadband Summit. I think it was pretty successful. We talked a lot about workforce development, digital adoption. What else did we cover? Broadband infrastructure, BEAD, the Digital Capacity and Competitive Grant through the NTIA. The Friday of the summit, we had, I think, was a really great and successful LTPT panel. So shout out and a big thank you to David Palmer, Matt Creedle, Kyle Hawley, Sarah, who all participated in that panel. I think y'all were great. I really hope that y'all inspired other LTPTs that were able to attend. So I really appreciate y'all participating in that as well. I think it was really successful. After the summit, I got a lot of emails and compliments about how well y'all did. So again, I really appreciate y'all participating in that. So overall, I think it was a pretty successful summit. If anyone would like to comment about if they thought, ways we can improve for next year, you can go ahead and put something in the chat, or, unmute yourselves and say anything if you would like to.
I'll chime in. It was fantastic to put a real body with a name and a face. So I think the byproduct of collaboration, the ability to have conversations with different counties throughout the state was fantastic to partner. So just thank you for bringing us all underneath the same room. Obviously, the panelists I thought was fantastic. So yeah, great job. Great job.
Okay, thank you, David. I appreciate that.
This is Sandra and DeSoto, and yeah, it was great. I got inspired. I set my next LTPT meeting because I've been remiss in holding my meetings. So thank you for that very good reminder. And we're going to keep plowing ahead.
Okay. If anyone doesn't have anything else to share, I don't think I have any other broadband summit recap. I know Leo's on the call. Jacob, if y'all have any comments, y'all can say anything if you need to. But if not, I think Josh was supposed to be on the call for the BEAD challenge process update, but I think he had something else he had to attend to. So all I can really give on that kind of update right now is that the BEAD challenge process submission closed on September 5th. So those are no longer, being allowed right now. And I know Joshua, who's really been our key person during the BEAD challenge process, is currently working on rebuttals right now. I think that will be done within a 45 day time frame. I'm not exactly sure. But I know we do have our BEAD challenge process website, which is connected through the Office of Broadband website as well. So if y'all have any questions or concerns regarding the timeline, please feel free to reach out to us or look on the website. We do have that timeline process as well. So that's kind of a really quick update I have on that. But also, even if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to email the BEAD challenge process email address or reach out to Joshua as well. So then I'll move over to updates on digital capacity grants. Again, there aren't really any big updates for this grant right now. We're still waiting to get our money allocated from us, from the NTIA. We're expecting that is expected from the NTIA from August 29th to September 29th. So hopefully we'll be getting it at the end of the month, but if not, we'll just have to wait to when the NTIA can give us those funds. Again, the first set of money will be around $40 million, and then the next two sets will be $15 million each. So overall, the state of Florida was given $70 million for the digital capacity grant. Once we get our first set of allocated money, our office will then start, figuring out what kind of eligibility activities will be allowed, what won't be really allowed, and we'll start the application process for that. I think at the Broadband Summit, Jacob and I discussed both of these grants, more specifically the capacity grant, because that's through us. The competitive is full through the NTIA. But once we start, the grant applications for these, I think Jacob said that there's going to be a 90-day window as per usual. He also mentioned that whenever you start to get ideas or if you would like to apply for this grant, we'll be really basing it off of the Florida's Digital Adoption and Use Plan. So that is also on our website as well. It's about 80 pages, but I think it's a very, um, direct pamphlet to kind of go through. You're definitely able to look or definitely able to understand, what the objectives are, what our strategies are through this plan. So that will be a really great resource to use. If y'all aren't able to find it, please reach out to me and I can definitely send it to you though. But that's a really big resource that we encourage everyone to use if you're going to apply for this grant. Um, and then I will throw it over to Jacob to provide any updates on the digital competitive grant.
Hey, Aaron, thanks. So not a ton, like you said, to your point, in terms of updates with digital competitive grant, but the big one, it ends on the 23rd. The application window is open now. So if you didn't know, go ahead and get your application in as quickly as possible, but that's going to close shortly. We can't, give a ton of information about it. We don't administer that one. That's the federal government. But if you have any questions, if there's anything that we could help with, please reach out and we'll do what we can. But yeah, that will close shortly. And then once that closes, hopefully we'll get the allocation for digital capacity, and then we can sort of move forward with that. But at the moment, that's mainly it. It's going to end in the next couple of days here, and then we will see what happens with our digital capacity award. So if anyone has any questions, happy to answer them, but that is just about everything that we have for digital competitive at the moment.
Jacob, are you guys still interested in meeting some of the nonprofits that are putting together these solutions and will most likely go for the digital capacity grant?
So we're happy to meet with anyone. We're happy to take a look at the project and make sure it's within the rules. We can't, give specific suggestions about scoring or anything like that.
Sure.
We can't show any favoritism, but happy to have the meetings, happy to get to gather information and make sure that everyone is sort of on the same page in terms of, rules and regulations and making sure that we're within the lines of the program. So yes, as far as like initial meetings go, happy to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if there aren't any questions, then I will throw it over to the LTPTs if they would like to report anything, express anything that they would like to talk about. Y'all are more than welcome to take the floor. Okay, if no one has any updates, I guess this is the last update I have. So during the Broadband Summit, we did have a closed LTPT roundtable. So thank you for the LTPTs that attended that meeting as well. And I would like to announce that I talked with the LTPTs and that I think as the coordinator and discussing it with these other members that we have decided that for essentially the first set of the meeting, we would like to have, you know, the ISPs, the consulting groups, any of the nonprofits who join the meeting. Y'all will be able to participate for most of the agenda, but then towards the end of the agenda, I will be asking y'all to leave just so then it can just be left with the LTPTs and they can, you know, discuss any questions or concerns that they have with me. So we will be starting that next month in October. So again, at the beginning of the meeting, everyone will be invited as per usual, but towards the end, I would just like it just to have LTPTs so they can discuss any questions or concerns that they would just like to talk to me without having any other people in the room, essentially. So that will be moving forward in October. So that is just a little announcement for everyone. You know, the announcements won't change or anything like that. Just towards the end of the meeting, I will ask for those who are not a part of LTPTs in any way to essentially leave the meeting room just so then as LTPTs left. So if any other LTPTs would like are against that or for it, please let me know. But just from those in the closed LTPT roundtable, I was expressed that they would very much like that. So I would like to offer that opportunity to them. If anyone doesn't have any more questions or concerns, would like to talk about anything else, we can end the meeting pretty early today. So if anyone has anything else they would like to mention, they can definitely go ahead if they would like to. Okay, so we will call it today. I am looking forward to seeing everybody in October. Hopefully we have more updates regarding the digital capacity grant and on the B challenge process as well. Again, if y'all have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to our office and we'll try to get back to y'all as soon as possible. Y'all have a good rest of your week.
Have a great week.
Take care.
You too.
See ya. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.